Hello, thank you so much for coming back and joining me for this week's Monday Must-Have. So today I'll be sharing with you the new Profusion Cosmetics Mirage palette. This just did barely launch. They kind of previewed it and released it at BeautyCon. It's a 35 shade eyeshadow palette. So if you'd like to hear my review and see this eye look being created, then please keep on watching. Just so you know, I do upload a daily video on budget beauty, so it can be a new eyeshadow palette, skincare, hair, little shopping haul. It just does depend on the day of the week. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, turn it on to all, so that way you are notified when I upload, which is 7 days a week. I also do a live stream every Sunday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I also just created a new channel. It's called Gourmet on a Budget. It's all about food, so recipes, taste tests, snacks, beverages. I will link that down below so you can go and subscribe. I do upload 7 days a week on that one as well. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started with the eye look and the review of the new Profusion Cosmetics Mirage palette. Okay, so let's go ahead and just get started with a few swatches. I'm not going to do the whole palette of the Profusion Mirage palette. Packaging is really nice. The Mirage is actually raised off of the plastic. I'm sorry if you can hear the rain. It is raining so hard, and I hope I don't lose power, but we're just going to hope for the best. Okay, so it does come with a plastic sheet over it, and the names are actually on the plastic sheet, which is kind of a bummer because I have one other large Profusion palette, and they're actually kind of printed on the plastic. So it's okay though, they are on the back, but this is what it's looking like. There is 35 shades, so it's very pinky and berry and very warm, very pretty. This totally screams fall to me. There's a few I do want to swatch just to see how they feel. I did not do my foundation or any of my base products because in my experience the Sienna's palette from Profusion was a little powdery. So, but this did just, I think they debuted it at BeautyCon last month, but it's really beautiful. It really is. I see at least one duochrome. I think there's two. So I think this one's a duochrome and this one's a duochrome. Very soft. Yeah, those are both duos. Let's go ahead and just... Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna really pick up on camera, but really beautiful duochrome, so nice. There are a few glitters. I'm not sure if they have that jelly stuff underneath, but we will see. Nope, it's just a pressed glitter, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, they don't have the jelly. I don't like the jelly stuff underneath, but those are really pretty. I think it's cool that there is going to be some pressed glitters. And obviously they're not going to swatch the best, but that's cool. Okay, and then there's a very hot pinky red. That one's a matte, so it's a little bit drier. Ooh, dang. That is extremely pigmented. Okay, this one has to be a pressed pigment. This one has to be. Okay, so yeah. It's a mix of eyeshadows and pressed pigments. So, like the glitters are a pressed pigment. Fuego. What is this shade? Okay, so Flame. Flame is definitely a pressed pigment as well. So yeah, this is cruelty free. It's not tested on animals, but really nice. So I think that's cool that it's a mix of shadows and pressed pigments. So, okay. Really pretty. I do want to touch this kind of gold shimmer. Wow. Wow. Really pretty. So far, so good. It's looking really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes using my regular Ofra primer. I just really like it. I don't even know what kind of look I'm going to do today, but we're just going to wing it. Okay, so I think I'm going to go in with the shade, let's see, Bridesmaid right here. I'm going to use that as a transition. This one looks like it might be a satin. There's just a few little tiny little flakes or like little tiny pieces of shimmer. So, let's see. Okay. That is nice and pigmented. I'm going to go ahead and build it up a little bit. But since there is so much berry and everything in this palette, I did want to kind of go in with a rosier transition. So it's beautiful and it is pigmented, but it's really close to my natural skin tone. So I don't know if it's picking up a ton on camera, but it is pretty. Okay, I think I'm gonna go in with the shade. I hate when they do this. I think this is the shade Canyon right here. I'm just gonna put that a little bit deeper into my crease. Not a lot of kick up in the pan, which I'm a little bit surprised. I mean, Profusion palettes, they aren't super dusty or anything, but I was expecting a little bit more. Okay, that's really pigmented. Okay, I think I'm going to dip into the color right underneath the Canyon, and this is called Desert. It's like a nice kind of maroon. Picks up great on a brush. Let's go ahead and just pop that on the outer corner. Oh, that's very pigmented, but I think this is a pressed pigment as well. Pressed pigments, they can stain the eyelid, but just so you know, I'm gonna go ahead and sweep whatever's left right into that eye fold. It's really pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and dip into the pretty much only dark brown. It's called Compass, and I'm just gonna go ahead and deepen that outer corner just a little bit more. I'm gonna go right in the V. Okay, so that is the crease and outer corners built up. The mattes are really pretty, very pigmented. They do blend pretty easily. I'm going to be going in with my NYX glitter glue, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to be trying a shimmer and glitter. I want to see as much of this palette as possible, so put that on the empty space. And gently overlapping just a tiny bit of that dark berry that we put on. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go in with this shade right here, and this is called Captivating, and I'm just gonna, it's really pretty. It's like a really pretty kind of rose gold. Very pigmented. I like that it's kind of monochromatic. I like that you do have that possibility. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pick up a little bit more of that glitter glue, and I'm just going to be placing that right, I think right in the middle of my lid. And that's where I'm going to place the glitter. Glitter's kind of hard to pick up sometimes, but I think I'm going to go with the gold. So this is called Goddess. I think this will be a nice pop. Yeah, that's really pretty, and with that glitter glue, that glitter just wanted to stick right to it. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and finished the other eye and threw on some foundation, concealer, and powder. But so far, I'm really liking the way this is looking. So I'm going to go ahead and dip back into Desert. And I'm going to gently smoke that out a little bit more just underneath the lower lash line, just a touch. And just get it nice and smoky. That way it really connects that upper lash line and lower lash line. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick up the shade Vast. I'm just going to use this to gently highlight my brow bone region. Okay, and then I think I'm going to pick up Dazzle. And I'm going to pop that in my inner corner for a little bit of highlight. Just to kind of brighten everything up since it's a very kind of dark look. So I hurry up and popped on some mascara and put on some contour and highlight and stuff like that. But here is the finished eye look. I think it turned out really beautiful actually. So my thoughts on the Profusion Mirage palette. I paid $13 for this on Amazon. I will link it down below for you if you're interested. It will be an Amazon affiliate link. You're welcome to use it, but you don't have to. Where you do get the 35 shades, I think you do get a huge bang for your buck. I actually didn't have any fallout, which I was kind of surprised about. Not even with the glitter. And that glitter is beautiful. I think it really added a lot to the eye look. I do think you get a huge array of shades. You can do a very neutral look. I mean, like, these are all pretty, you know, pretty natural, pretty neutral. So like these two rows right here, lots of deep colors, lots of light colors, a nice mix of mattes and shimmers, 2 duochromes and 3 pressed glitters. I think it's absolutely stunning. I think you can do a really beautiful bronzy, warm look. You could go berry. You could definitely go very dark and deep. This brown Compass doesn't look very dark, but it actually is. It has some nice pigmentation, and I really do like this eyeshadow palette. Compared to I have one other large Profusion palette. It's the Siennas. Those ones, I think it's square. I think it's a square little palette. Like the actual shades are square. These are round, but the formula is amazing. I really love this eyeshadow palette. It is a mix of eyeshadows and pressed pigments. The orangey shade did stain a tiny bit. I've washed my hands a few times, so it did come off, but the pressed pigments can and probably will do a little bit of staining, but it's absolutely stunning. I do think this is a beautiful palette for fall. I guess it's kind of like desert themed is the whole entire theme of it, but yeah, I think it's gorgeous. So I do recommend it. I do think it's worth the money, and their newest eyeshadow palette, the Mirage palette, is definitely a Monday must-have. It is amazing. I really like it. I like it a lot. Anyway, I hope you did enjoy this little review and demo eye look. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and share it. I would appreciate it. Not only does it show that you're enjoying my content, but it gets the word out on really awesome products like this one. But anyway, leave a comment down below. Have you been having your eye on the new Mirage palette? Do you like Profusion Cosmetics? Let me know down below in the comments. And don't forget, you are always welcome to follow me on my other social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It's all at Budget Glam Babe. Don't go anywhere quite yet. I should have another video that should start autoplaying here, or you can always click on one of the ones that will be popping up around the screen. So yeah, I'll see you here in just a sec.